Welcome to Book Bites with Rebecca and Rebecca.
Whetting your appetite for your next read. Hey everyone, welcome to Book Bites. This is a bookish, tasty treat for your day, and we are so excited. This is our very first episode. And I'm Rebecca Yager, and my partner in books and book bites and everything, bookish, is Rebecca Reed. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi, how are you?
We're doing good. Well, we're excited to welcome back one of our previous guests, and that's Paula Peckham. Hey, Paula.
Hey, thanks for inviting me back.
Well, we're glad to have you back. Now, the point of Book Bites is we just want to talk about books, and you've got a new one coming out in February, I believe. So tell us, give us a quick log line about the book and the title, which we hear is in flux.
Yes. And the log line is usually like the very last thing I come up with, but it will be about an aging rock star who is struggling to find what's really important about this world and this life, not beyond the fame and fortune which they've already achieved. So what else is there? So still haven't found what I'm looking for is the new title. It's changed from Made for More, which my developmental editor said, that doesn't tell me anything. I don't even know what that means. And it's like, okay, well, I wanted the other one better anyway, but people tell me it was too long. So now I can have what I really wanted from the beginning. So I'm happy.
Well, that's good. All right, now this is a switch because this is a contemporary book for you.
Yeah.
You've written historical when you were with us before. We talked about your
Mhm.
historical series. So where did the idea for this one come from?
Well, it's just one of those little breadcrumb trail things. I had gone down to Austin to stay with my brother, and we went to the big Willie Nelson all day long concert that he has, like out at the stadium.
Mhm.
And I almost didn't go because it was July and it was Texas and it was going to be hot. But I knew that I'd never seen Willie in person and might not get another chance. So I decided I'd just put up with the heat and go. So I don't really listen to country all that much. And so I didn't know most of the bands, it's like a different band every 30 minutes or whatever. And so it got down to around 6 o'clock and I started seeing people that I'd at least heard of. But this one guy, his name is Jason Isbell. Didn't know him, but I really liked his voice. And when you're in a stadium like that and it's really loud, it was kind of reverberating and I couldn't really hear the words, but I could clearly hear in the chorus. I can't remember exactly how it went, but it was talking about made for, maybe that's where I got Made for More, but his words were talking about, use me for good. That's what it was. Please use me for good. And so like I could pick up on that and it's like, is this a Christian song? Like I couldn't really hear the rest of the words. So when I came home, I looked it up and it wasn't a Christian song, but it was a good song and I enjoyed the words and enjoyed the lyrics and the story. And like a week later, I'm just, thumbing through my Netflix screen and there's a documentary about Jason Isbell. So I watch it and it's talking about his life from, he was like 16 or 17 when he got invited to join this band. And like he's going on tour with them and like he leaves school and he starts drinking. And so he talks about in the documentary how he became an alcoholic. And so back at the concert with Willie Nelson, I just was so captivated by his voice, and I love music. I just thought, is there a possible way to write a story where you're writing about music in such a way that the reader can feel what you feel listening to music? Like, I didn't think it was possible, but I thought, I want to try that. But I didn't quite know what I wanted the story to be about. And then I saw the documentary, and it's like the idea started kind of settling, and it just kind of grew from there.
Well, it sounds really interesting. Is there a group of people you would recommend this story to? Like, who should read this story?
Well, it it is Christian fiction, and so in the story, Derek he shares about his struggle with alcoholism, and it kind of ruined some things in the younger part of his career with his wife, and um, I just want the overall message of this book to be God is a God of second chances, and like there's never anything so bad that you can do that will push God away from you. And so maybe if you're a person who has struggled with something that you feel ashamed about or whatever from your past, and people that maybe just feel they're just not good enough for God to love, maybe this story can help you realize that no, that's not true.
I love second chance stories personally.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that, and it is fun to write those because I think that's really what life's about. I mean, is that idea that we do have a second chance if we learn about Jesus, learn who he is. So thank you for sharing that. That's awesome. Um, what else we
But
want
Paula,
to?
give us your okay, the book comes out in February. Your
Well, I think so. So like I said, I sent it off to a developmental editor, and I was just sure that this book was ready to be like, on the New York Times bestseller list, and she was going to send it back like, oh, you need a comma right here, but it was great. But no, that is not what she came back with. So, um, she did point out a couple of things that, how when you're writing, you know that this little spot is kind of weak, but you just can't quite figure out how to fix it. So you just pretend you didn't notice that and you keep going, and hopefully nobody will notice. Well, no, she noticed. So, so suggestions that she gave really like completely changed the trajectory from chapter one of the book, the trajectory of the book. And so I am in rewrite mode right now. And
mm,
so I paid for this 5 week promo thing that was going to start in February. And so I hope I'm done by then. If I'm not, I'll just have to pay a little extra to bump it. But that's my goal anyway. So I'll be able to use parts of the story, just cut and paste it back into the new one. But a whole lot of it, and it's just going to be better. It's just more realistic and more honest and true to a human, relationship and a human experience than I kind of had a little bit of a Pollyanna story going on before. And so I'm grateful that she gave me those suggestions. And so now I have my work cut out for me.
well, it's amazing
Well,
how much you can get accomplished with the deadline.
I
yeah.
know.
That's it.
Well,
All
we
right,
hope to
so
see it
yeah,
in as soon as whenever it's ready, that we'll be looking for it for sure.
we
Okay,
will.
cool.
So the tentative title is Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For.
Yeah.
And hopefully, well, it's coming out soon. Give us your website address so people can
Okay.
keep an eye out. And
The www dot and then Paula Peckham Peckham is how it looks like it's spelled.com.
that's wonderful. Well, we'll be on the lookout for it. And we appreciate you joining us for our very first book bites. And
Yay! Yes.
we'll keep an eye out for Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For by
Thank you.
Paula Peckham.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for joining us, everyone, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.